Hi guys, I thought I'd just give you an update on how the board's going. So if you remember, trenches is board 2. Sorry, I can't speak this morning for some reason, and this is probably the second time I filmed this because I keep making mistakes and I haven't got any editing facilities at home. So here we go. So this time I'm going to get it right. So after I last saw you and after the last video that you saw, we had put a PVA and plaster mix all over the board, mixed with gravel and stones and stuff like that to let it dry. So then what we did the other night was, and this was Monday, we then used this, which is, if I can focus on that, if you look, it's a nice chocolate brown masonry paint. Now you can get this in any DIY store, building company, store, something like that, building suppliers. But when it dries, it's a nice dark brown. So once that was done, I've got to thank John Law and Hayden for coming over and giving me a help. We used Kermy Brown. I think we used about 2 pots of this just to dry brush the entire board. With 3 of us doing it, it went down really, really quickly. So let's just see if I can focus on that. There you go, Kermy Brown from the Citadel Paints. Let's just get that out of the way. Then over the top of that, just to give it some light and definition, I used Deneb Stone, and I've still got a pot of that, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to break this down into sections and spend a little time talking about each section, and I'll be doing some other videos on how to do stuff. Otherwise this will go on for ages and you'll get bored, you'll fast forward and get to the end where I go, and then she dropped her knickers, but I'm not going to do that. So anyway, section 1 on the board, section 2, section 3 and section 4. So I lost the train of thought there over her dropping her knickers. Don't know where that came from. Okay, so there's the canal. That's still work in progress. Nearly done. I've just got to add the sewer systems into it, highlight it, add some bits and pieces in there, then it'll have water effects added in there. I haven't finished on this side yet because I need to match that to the city board, which will be just here, and then the big castle walls if you remember. But if we have a look at this, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make camo netting, but it's quite simple, and it's really, really effective. And all you need is a bandage, some PVA water mix, and also a little tub of watered down brown paint or black paint and stuff like that. And it's really easy to do. So I'll do a tutorial about that because it makes really great modelling for scenery and stuff. So we've added detail in, barrels, we've painted up the sandbags and stuff like that. I've still got to finish off this section because I've just put the guns in there just so you can see a sense of size. And if we go down to an Imperial Guard view, there we go. You can see the detail in there. It's fantastic. So I've just got to dull down those boards there that you see that are really shiny. Camo netting over the oil drums. I've got to finish off the spills there. Then we've got this fantastic water purifier, and you see the jerry cans there. Debris. You'll notice little flecks of gold all over the place. Now the gold is basically part of the stone mix, and you can buy this in any train store. It's called iron ore, and it's mixed, it's like loose little cylindrical pieces, but when you mix it in, by accident I found one, painted it gold, and they look like spent shells. So all over the board you'll notice little flecks of gold, and they just look like cartridges basically from a big firefight. So it just adds to the whole narrative, which is fantastic. So we've got the road there, the road's coming along nicely. I've still got a bit of weathering and aging to do on that. Everything has been sealed now, so we've done the whole sealant, all the paint's been protected, and I've started adding in water effects. So this is going to be stagnant water basically from the blasts and explosions and stuff like that. Still got a cold, I do apologise. And all over the place, tiny little pieces of narrative. And you can really see the gold in these now. So it just looks like spent shells all over the place, which is fantastic. Command bunker. So there's the command bunker. Still deciding whether to do a camo netting over the top. Still thinking about that. Then we've got the hill where the water treatment plant's going to be, or sewage plant. A grey night door there. Oh dear, I've not done so well. Okay, so section 2 on the board, which is where the gun emplacement. So you've got the back trench there, which is the runner's trench, which goes all the way along there. and that leads to the command post. And you've got like there are going to be heavy weapons teams in there. So I think he's putting a mortar team in. I don't know. Camo netting, some red to break up the board. And you'll notice that's all over the place actually on this board. We come down. Remember those from a little talk we had a while back. But I think I've added the guns in. So there you go. Heavy bolts have been put in there. Little puddles all over the place. Guns buried. A dead carney. Let's just zoom in on that so we can focus onto that. Yeah, so we've got a dead carney there, half buried in the mud. Ammo crates, firing platforms, ladders, all put in. That's the observation post. So again, still we're deliberate, sort of thinking about and deliberating on whether to have camo netting over the top of this or just leave it open. Be nice to have that. Okay, little bits of narrative all over the place, even down to like a spades that are left, flamers and stuff like that on the side. Barbed wire's been added, which is kind of funky. Got a little helmet down there. Right, get away from this bit of the section of the board. And then we move on to this one. So the road is still work in progress. I've been adding water effects in to say, like, you know, water seeping through and stuff like that. And puddles are collected. So, you know, you would have that in a trench where areas of collected water. And the gun emplacement areas look fantastic. They've got little bits of narrative all over the place. So I wanted to do that. I've hidden stuff on the board so when people are playing they can go, oh my god, I didn't recognise that there. That's a bit from this and a bit from that. And I can go, yes it is. But all in all, I think they've come out quite well. You know, you've got bits of NID. Again, I've used carnies because it's always nice to see loads of dead carnies all over the place because they're a bugger to kill. But I'm hoping my Titans will sort them out. If you're not watching, Hayden, that's fine. So yeah, so loads of camo netting. I really enjoyed making the camo netting. Narrative on the front of the trench wall there for the gun emplacements. I think I will put sandbags on the top of that just to give it a bit more height. I think that'll look quite nice. But all in all, I'm really happy. Now this has taken what, 5 days to paint? And it's mostly just been done in the evenings and all day yesterday and today. And it's had weathering powders put into it. It's had all sorts basically added to it. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. I'm quite happy, looking forward to getting that building finished. You know who you are, who's going to be doing all my buildings for me. Thank you very much. Now I can see what you can do with an airbrush. Feel free to come down and do my buildings. Anyway, Calgar. Anyway, so yeah, so this is it. So the board is looking really sweet. So I'll just give you a quick little look again. Really, I should have some fantastic music playing over the top of this, but obviously I'm terrible when it comes to editing stuff. I just like to get the videos out there. So there you go. Loads of detail, loads of narrative all over the board. The little gold flecks were just a genius find because it just looks like loads of spent cartridges all over the place. I don't think I'm going to dull them down because a lot of people will say to me, oh, you should dull them back or paint them brass, but no, for this, you know what, they just stand out and that's what you want. Bolter down there. So yeah, that's it really, guys. So listen, keep watching. I'm thinking about having a competition soon. When I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a fantastic competition with some great prizes. So we'll talk about that as it goes along. Right, so anyway, where am I now? That's almost finished. Once that's done, I'm moving on to the bigger board, or the next board, sorry, which is board 1, and that'll be done this week. And then it's just the 2 other boards because the table's now extended from 12 feet to 18 feet long by 6 foot long. So there's going to be 3 boards in here and then yet another board which will be out in the kitchen, will be part of the city board. So it's a bigger board for lots more fun. So guys, keep watching, keep subscribing. Fantastic comments coming back from you. It's really helped, made me think about what I want to do with stuff. Thanks for all your support so far, and I'll see you soon. Have a smashing weekend, and I'll see you next weekend. Take care. Bye bye.